Brainstorm. Okay, island. We are going to brainstorm. Nice. I think this is the kind of thing I would like to draw more often with brainstorming against burn deck. Wow. Hello everyone, it's Jimmy PRT and welcome to another Pauper League. We're going to play another time Mono Blue Tempo. This is my version 4 of the deck. I want to continue a little bit into tweaking the deck and testing out some cards. But then I'm obviously going to at some point change the decks I'm going to play. I'm going to try out a few decks in the near future. If you have any suggestions on what decks you would like to see me play, please leave them in the comment. And as well, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out. But yeah, so today we're going to play this version 4. We are trying out, instead of the 4 spike from last week, which I did not particularly find super good, I'm trying out 2 Ponders, 3 Spell Pierce. We're going to stick to the 3 Cryptic Serpent. We're going to stick to 1 Murmuring Mystic and 3 Deep Analysis. And in the sideboard, I'm changing the Piracy Charm for a Tormod Crypt. So now we have 2 Tormod Crypt. I would like to try it out against most of the decks I play the Graveyard. I'm not convinced about it yet, but we can give it a shot. Yeah, so enjoy the league, and hopefully we're going to trophy this one out. Perfect, let's go into match 1 for the first. And I think this is good. I think I'm going to keep it. Having a Serpent, Lórien Revealed is always nice in the start. 3 lines is a lot, but having a Deep Analysis and Thought Scour, I think we can get out of it relatively quickly. So we're going to keep this end. We're first going to play an island, and we're going to pass. So they play Consider. Tells me either Mono Blue or Dimir Terror. We are going to Thought Scour. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to pass. They play a Brainstorm. And then a Lórien Revealed. Now here I'm going to play Lórien Revealed so that we can play the Serpent soon enough. I think 1 is going to be enough for now. Yes. So we have enough islands. And here I could play the Cryptic Serpent for 3, but at the same time I don't have much else to do that could potentially get countered. I think we're going to wait here instead. Okay, we're going to pass. We're going to play an island. And I'm going to pass a turn. What I really need right now is some Counterspell. Tolarian Terror. Yes, it happens. What I think I might do is end step, try to bounce it, having to pay 2 more, which is okay. I'm going to pay 2 more for it. And then we can, if they were in Counterspell, that's completely okay. All right, they did. Perfect. We're going to play an island. Now they are tapped out, which is great. So I think as they are tapped out, so here the thing is we could play Murmuring Mystic, keep the Thought Scour open, but would not leave us with much afterwards. We could Deep Analysis, not be countered. I think I'm going to bait the Snuff out. It has to happen at some point, so we're going to at least get 1 bird out of it. And if it survives longer, then it's actually really good for me because then I can block the Tolarian Terror. I'm gonna Thought Scour, making a bird. And then we're gonna block with the bird. Unexpected fangs. Okay. They make another terror. I think I will have to snap the Tolarian Terror so that they can stop gaining life. So I'm going to try to snap. Okay. We are going to pay the 2. We're going to untap 2 lands. And then we are going to pay for 4. We're going to deep analysis. Great. Then we're going to pass a turn. They go to attack. We're going to block with 1 bird. They play another terror. The terror that I bounced back to their hands. And now the Gourmet Angler. Okay. We're going to play an island. We are going to play a Tolarian Terror. I will counterspell their counterspell. Making a bird. Now they are tapped out, which is good. We're going to let it resolve. We're going to let it resolve. We are going to deep analysis for 2. Hopefully draw into a counterspell. Making more birds. We're going to let it resolve. Counterspell, this is what I like to see. And then we're going to move to combat and flying for 1. They have a lot of life, but they move to combat. Okay. So here I will block the Tolarian Terror, and I will block with the rest of the birds to be sure. And Unexpected Fangs, we are going to counter it. Perfect. Another counter spell. That's great. Now they are tapped out, so I could Lórien Revealed, for example. I think that's what I want to do, as they have 0 card in hand, which now puts me in a really good position. And now I have 1 more turn to block with my birds. I have 7 cards in hands. This is a good position to be in. We will block 1 each, then move to end step. We are going to consider, put into graveyard. I don't need another island. That's another one. And then thought, consider again. Snap. I will keep. Put it on top of my library. We're going to draw it. Perfect. So we have a Spell Pierce and the snap. That's great. We're going to play the island. We are going to play for 2 the Cryptic Serpent. For 1 the Delver. And we are going to pass the turn. Now the thing is, I can bounce back the Gurmag and then counter it potentially, or I could do it with the Tolarian Terror as well. I think that would be the best. I'm gonna let them draw. Let's see what they do. Cast down. I'm gonna make them bounce the Tolarian Terror. We are going to pay for it. 1, 2. Yes. I'm going to return it to his hand. We are going to untap 2 lands. And then we are then going to let that happen. We're first going to consider. Put it into graveyard. Deep analysis. Okay. We're not going to block. 5. I can take 5. We are going to try to counterspell Tolarian Terror. It happens. Perfect. We're going to reveal. It's a Spell Pierce. We're going to reveal it. Now I'm going to tap for 4. I'm going to deep analysis. And Cryptic Serpent. And 1 Delver. We're going to move to combat. Tap for 3. Let's see what we reveal. It's a Brainstorm. Yes, we're going to reveal it. We are going to play the Brainstorm. We are going to put Island and Thought Scour. I can then Thought Scour later. Next turn, and then play Lórien Revealed for 5. Perfect. Then we're going to move to combat. We're going to swing with everything. They go down to 10. We're going to play the Cryptic Serpent. And then we are going to pass a turn. So, Cryptic Serpent, okay. Now, they will have to block everything once I attack. Pre-combat main phase, we're going to Thought Scour because the land that we have on top is not where we want, and a 1 Delver, that's okay. We're then going to tap for 2. We are going to Deep Analysis first. Et voila. Okay, now we're going to swing everything. And now with the 2 terrors in my hand, I think that's going to be a concede. There we go. Let's go to sideboard. We're going to put in the 2 Tormod script for sure. And then 2 Dispel. For that, we are going to get rid of 1 Pounder. Because of the 2 Dispel, I think Spell Pierce can, 1 Spell Pierce can go. And 2 more cards. That would be 1 Snap, and then 1 Deep Analysis, I think. Or here actually, maybe 1 Brainstorm. No, here actually no. 2 Ponder can go. I'm gonna keep my instant. My sorceries will be put aside. But yeah, so that was a great first match. So for this hand, 1 Spell Pierce, Counterspell, Lórien Revealed. You know what? We're gonna keep. We can Lórien Reveal at the beginning to start putting sorceries in a graveyard. Now we have a lot of islands though, so we're gonna pass. I love having the Spell Pierce turn 1. It's always where you want it. I will counter it while we're at it. Spell Pierce. They don't get to dig. Play an island, and then I'm going to pass a turn. Potentially playing a Lórien, cycling the Lórien Revealed at the end of the turn. Thought Scour, okay. So their black source, 2 black sources gone. Great for us. But they're going to get 1. Okay. Well, they had to do it. Now, this was my turn. Now they're going to tap. I think I will just pass. I don't need to go and dig yet for the Lórien Revealed. I don't think it's necessary. We have the lands. Maybe for having a 5th land, that would be good at some point. So if we don't draw 1 next turn, then we can Lórien Reveal at some point. But for now, we're gonna be okay. Drawing 3 cards is always great late game. We're gonna pass. Tolarian Terror, good. Island. Now we're gonna pass, and now at the end step, I will Lórien Revealed. So at their end step, and potentially play the Counterspell here, depending on what they want to play. So they pass their turn. So I'm going to Lórien Revealed. The island cycle. We're going to get another island. There's not much else I can get. I'm going to pass. I'm going to play an island. And then 2 Counterspell. That's great. Here I'm going to pass. Not having anything in the graveyard is breaking us a little bit. But I'm going to let them Brainstorm. I'd rather than Counterspell their creatures. I'm going to Counterspell. So here You know what? They will be at only 1. You're going to Counterspell. Oh, and they have Spell Pierce. Oof, backbreaking. Ouch. But they're tapped out. So now what I'll do, play an island. We are going to... So now I have 4. I could technically play the snap. Or I could deep analysis right now. I have 6 land. So I could deep analysis, draw 2, and then be able to then play the Tolarian Terror. So I think we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since they're tapped out. Perfect. Now we're going to then play the Tolarian Terror. And we're going to pass. Okay, so they go to combat. Now, do they have the Unexpected Fangs? That is a question. I'm going to let 5 go through. 1 time 5 is not bad. It would have been worse if they would have then do the Unexpected Fangs for me. No, okay, they do get rid of our graveyard. It's okay. We'll be able to come back from that. Island, we're going to play the Delver of Secrets. Now, best case scenario, I'll be able to snap the Tolarian Terror. If they play then the Unexpected Fangs, which I really suspect that they have. So they even do it now at the end step. So I can pay the 2 for the ward, return it, untap 2 lands, and then pass. I could have also simply Spell Pierce, but now they will be able to attack. So that puts me in a slightly better position, and I can then always Spell Pierce something here. Like this. I'm going to keep my Delver of Secrets. No flyer is always problematic for them. Let's see what we reveal. It's an island. We're not going to reveal it. We're going to play the island. We're going to move to combat. Swing the Terror. No blocks. Then we're going to play a Cryptic Serpent. And then we move to their turn. And they will snuff out, bringing themselves to 6. Which shows that they probably will have to block next turn, so they cannot attack right now, except obviously if they play another big creature. But they will cast down the Tolarian Terror to pay for 2. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. I will let it go through. Now I need to draw something good, obviously. What will we reveal? Deep Analysis. This is something good, because we can then pay for 4. Deep Analysis. Draw 2. I think here... First move to combat. I'm going to go for 3. While they're tapped out, I think I'm going to try to snap the Terror, then play the Delver. But they have to find a way to then counter. So here actually, let me draw Tormod's Crypt. Gonna do it now. Gonna crack it now. And then we have the Dispel. So I will play then a Delver. And then we're gonna pass. And then I will have the Dispel for anything they want to do. Yeah, I think that was the right line here. They will draw 3 cards, but oops. There we go. That's a win. Nice first game against Dimir. Terror. Game 2. Or match 2. Match 2 against Iron OP. Oh, Iron OP is a lot of win, if I remember correctly. A lot of trophies. Can I keep this hand? Yes, I can. It's an absolutely beautiful hand. I would have loved to have a bit, maybe more terrors, but I think it's a good hand. Swift Spear. Yes. So, playing Burn, or aggro, mono red, whatever you call it. Let's see how it will go. Island. And we're gonna pass. I cannot do much. So I'm gonna yield until the end step. I'm going to Lórien Revealed. playing one, put an island, and then go to my turn. We're going to play an island, and then we're going to pass. Having a snap here and a counterspell is amazing. So let's see what I'll be able to do. The synth. Okay, we can let it happen. Let's see if I can instead counter something more problematic. For example, like the Kesish Flame Breather. So what we're going to do is we're going to snap the Monastery Swift Spear, untap 2 lands, and then counterspell the Kesish Flame Breather, slowing them down considerably. Now I'm still in this position. I love this position. So I'm going to do the same. We're going to pass, and then now we're going to be able to snap potentially the Swift Spear again, and then counter something else that they would like to play instead. For example, a Burn Spell, or Chain Lightning. So here I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to snap, untap 2, and then we're going to counterspell the Chain Lightning. Now they will be able to replay the Monastery Swift Spear, but I don't think they will have, or they will. They do have one more? Okay. I could have waited a bit longer. I think it would have saved me like 1 damage, but it's okay. Now, I need more lands, and I need more answers. So, can put it on top. Let's see if we can survive 1 more turn, and then we're going to pass. They only have 1 card in hand. Obviously, they can crack the Synthetizer for... make a 2/2. And then some potential card advantage. So with the exiling 1 card, but right now they attack for 2. And they will Galvanic Blast for 4. So then we're at 6, 7, we're at 2. Against red, against red decks, it's always the same thing. First game is often in their favor until we move to the game 2, where I can put my 7 blue blast like this. Now we have 7 blue blasts, and then we're gonna add as well to Dispel because of all their... I think we can get rid of the Delvers because we're here for the long game. We cannot play them too early. It would be just a waste in the end, because yes, we can block, but I would then rather just draw into counter spells. Then we're going to get rid of 1 pounder. Here, Mystic is way too late. And then we can get rid of... I think here 1 Deep Analysis. Then we're going to submit like this. Yes, we would like to start. Beautiful start. Yes, we're going to keep. Now I have my Lórien Revealed, so we can have 2 lands. Then we have the Snap Counterspell. Then we also have the Blue Blast. It's amazing. I love this one, this hand. Mulligans to 6 cards, okay. To 5 cards, that's to our advantage. Let's say if he's going to keep the 5 cards, he keeps it. Perfect. We're going to play the island, and then we're going to pass. Great. No turn 1. We're going to Lórien Revealed. Getting another island, and move to our turn. We're going to play the island, and we're going to pass. I could Blue Blast, consider here, depending what they're going to do. We're going to Blue Blast. They're not going to get any card advantage. We're going to slow them down, and then we're going to consider. We're going to keep this one on top. Then another Blue Blast. That's amazing. We're going to pass the turn. Now I would love them to do the Monastery Swift Spear into something else so we can do both. We can counter, but here just countering this is already good enough. And then Hydroblast, Blue Blast. We have 4. We're going to wait one more turn, counter whatever the hell they want to play, and then we'll be able to play the Terror for 1 or the Cryptic Serpent, which is great. We are going to counter it. And then counter it. They will not play anything. Thought Scour, that's good. We are going to play 1 Tolarian Terror, and then we're going to pass. Kuldotha Rebirth is not the best card against us right now. We are in a really good position. We have 1 snap. 2 snaps now. We're going to play this. We are going to move to combat. We're going to swing with the Terror. I think we're going to pass. We have 2 snaps. That's good. We're going to use them. I could have a snap right now and then play the Cryptic Serpent. I think it would have been better. I kind of forgot that this is the case, but here, snap, untapping 2, and then we can win. Perfect. We are going to keep this one version. Really liked it. Then we're going to pass. Or I could play 1 Dispel instead. I'm going to play 1 more Dispel. We're going to get rid of 1 Ponder. Fortunately, you're going to have to mulligan this end. And here we can keep. And we're going to put 1 Terror. We're going to put 1 Ponder because I will not be able to play the Ponder. Being that I need to react with a Counterspell and Blue Blast early, that means I need to be able to play those. In Ponder, I cannot waste 1 turn basically playing the Ponder main phase as a sorcery. Play an island. Now we have a second island. We don't even have to Lórien Revealed, which is good. I can play the Blue Blast now, Counterspell later. Gonna happen for 1. I can take 1. I don't need to waste my Blue Blast either, but I can waste my Blue Blast. Not waste, but use it on the Flame Breather. Now we're gonna pass. We're gonna play another island. That's good. And then we're gonna be able to Counterspell. Now I would need definitely less land, more reaction. Reckless Impulse. We are going to Counterspell it. No draw for you. Then they play the Epicure for 1 more damage, and then they attack for 2. Brainstorm. Okay, island. We are going to Brainstorm. Nice. I think this is the kind of thing I would like to draw more often with Brainstorm against Burn deck. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put here the 1 Terror and 1 I need the 3 Blue Blast. Do I? Don't I? No, maybe just 2. I cannot. So I'm going to put first a Terror and then a Blue Blast. So I can draw the Blue Blast. Then I'm going to pass, obviously. And now... and then now I can just... Okay, they're going to play Relic. It's not too problematic, actually. I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to be okay. Relic is never that much problematic against my deck. In the sense that it's just as always easy for me to fill my graveyard. Now, if they play something, no, they don't. Okay, they attack for 1. And then I'm going to move to my turn. They are going to exile my graveyard. Fine. I have no problem with this. Now I wish I would have put the blue blast on top. Oh, I did. I thought I'd put the Tolarian after. Then that's no problem. Then we're gonna pass. My turn. Here I might actually get rid of the Tolarian Terror, since I would like to then get 3 spell in the graveyard. He's gonna attack for 1. I can take 1. 1 is better than any other spell they can play. For example, implement combustion. It happens. Now I'm going to Lórien Revealed. Even though the Terror is on top, having another land gonna be good. I will be able to cast the Terror soon. Snap is amazing. I mean, amazing as it's a free spell, so fills my graveyard. Deals 1 damage. It happens. I think now I might actually just kill the Epicure if he attacks with it. Or I can also just wait. It's 1 damage, I think. Can still wait for this. I will Blue Blast, counter Red Spell, and then we're going to move to the end step. Thought Scour is great here. 1 spell pierce, 1 counterspell. Now we have the Cryptic Serpent, so we have 1 to 3. I can just play 1 Terror, and then we're going to pass. With 1 mana open with blue for Blue Blast. I'm in a great position right now, I believe. Let's not jinx it again. Synth. Now I think I'm just gonna not allow you to draw. We're gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing with a Terror for 5. And then for 2 mana, we're gonna play the Cryptic Serpent. And then we're gonna pass. And the Epicure, sure. 1 damage. Now they can crack the blood to dig if they want to, but still, being right now in this position feels relatively comfortable. Now we're going to move to combat. We're going to swing with both. They block 1, they block both. That's a good sign as well for us. And now we're going to draw 5. And then we're going to pass a turn. Let's see what they can do. They have 3 cards. They shouldn't be able to do much. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers, but they just pass. That's amazing. Then it's an island. We're going to consider first. We can put the consider in the graveyard. Another island. Okay. We're going to move to combat. Swing for 11. Now we have the snaps to bounce if for any reason they have like Kuldotha combo plus Bushwhacker. Don't know if it would have that, but we can still snap back 2 of their creatures. So that would be simply amazing and I think game winning. But here I think I'm in a good position. They're digging. Kuldotha Rebirth. Then tell me they have the... No, they don't. End step. Snap. Untap. And then snap. And then... Oh, Pyroblast. Okay, yeah. Then they are saved for 1 more turn. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to consider first. Ping 1. We're going to keep it on top. Play the island. We are going to ponder. Oops. I messed it up, but then I'm going to put the Thought Scour and then the Tolarian Terror. No, we're not going to shuffle. I should have put I wanted to put the Counterspell first, and I messed it up, but it's okay. Then we're going to move to combat. Swing. They have to block. And now I can play a Terror at the end. Second main phase, another Terror. So Galvanic Blast for 4. Now, they can have like 2 more Galvanic Blasts, and they would kill me. No, it's only for 2. True. They don't have any... Yeah. That's a game. Perfect. Let's go to match 3. We are going to start this game, and we're going to mulligan this because 5 land is absolutely horrible. That is much better. So I'm going to keep, and here we are going to put the deep analysis, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put the deep analysis back. We're going to play the island, and I'm going to pass. Ooh, we're playing against Caw Gates or something like that. That's nice. I haven't played them against them in a long time. So we're going to play an island, and then we're going to pass the turn, or I could we're going to pass the turn. And step, we're going to brainstorm. I will need to consider, I will probably need the snap. I don't know if spell pierce is good. I think I might just put one of the snap in the graveyard. So I'm going to put like first snap, and then we're going to consider and put the snap into the graveyard. We then draw another consider. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play the consider. If it's a land, that would be amazing. You can just draw it. Yeah. We're going to put it on top. We're going to draw it. We're going to play the land. And then we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 costs to Tolarian Terror. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm happy to play against a gate deck. I haven't had a chance to play much against Caw Gate or any of the gate deck with mono blue tempo, so I'm curious how it's gonna go. Right now I'm good position that, well, I have one free turn to attack for 5. So I'm gonna do so. Attack for 5. Tap another 2. We're gonna play another Tolarian Terror. And then we're gonna pass, keeping one of the spell pierce open. They discard lands, which is also a good sign that they're a bit flooded. Yeah, we'll let it happen. They can draw more and discard more. Cannot do much against that anyway. Still have the snap to bounce the creature back if I need later. Right now it's good. I don't know if they will be able to play anything this turn. That's 10 damage. And then Squadron Arc. We can let it happen. And then we're gonna draw. It's going to be a Thought Scour. Then a Terror. My god. So now the question is, do I snap the Squadron Arc? They will have more creatures next turn. They probably will block with a Squadron Arc, but they're going to be able to play 2 Squadron Arc, and then they're going to have a 3rd creature. Then they're going to have to block for certain. So I think I'm going to just do that. We're going to untap. We're going to move to combat. We're going to swing for 10. They won't be able to attack and use the Basilisk Gate as well. We're going to swing for 10. And then we're going to play 1 Terror. And then we're going to pass turn. Keeping 1 Spell Pierce as well. It could be that it will be relevant. Because now they will have the 3 creatures, but then we're going to have to block everything because I have the damages on... I have lethal on board. So I think that's the right play. Then I'll be able to play a Cryptic Serpent next turn. Just keep the Spell Pierce open and put them in a really dire situation. They discard Journey to Nowhere because they would just waste their whole turn and would lose, which is a good thing. And I would have been able to just counterspell the Journey. Dawnbringer Cleric, gaining 2 life. Yeah, okay. That saves them from being lethal on board. They'll be able to block 2. Nice. Then I'm going to swing with the Terror. Zzz. They will have to block 2 or cast something, being Spell Pierce. Yeah, so this is what's going to happen. Okay, so if I counter it though, they will be able to cast it, but then they're gonna lose one turn. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. They will be able to cast it from the graveyard, but then they won't have the 2 turns. So that's, and I can even Spell Pierce again. Please don't create any block and forget. Okay, they don't. All right, that's not bad of them. That's good. What about no? They're down at 2. All creatures are dead. Obviously, the Modern Age is gonna turn. It's gonna flip over. They have the Squadron Ox, so they can save themselves for one more turn. But then I'll be able to play the Cryptic Serpent. So now they cannot save themselves if they preordain. They cannot play, or except if they have another land, obviously, but okay, I'm gonna consider. We're gonna put it into graveyard. I don't need this right now. Lórien Revealed and Ponder. Good. I'm going to first Ponder. That's good. That's alright. Ooh. Ooh. I don't have the lands though for this, but I would have then the blocker for days. We're gonna put the Delver. But I know Delver, Thought Scour, Murmuring Mystic. We're gonna draw the Murmuring Mystic. We're going to Island Cycle for an island, play the island, play a Serpent, and then yield through the turn. There's nothing I can do here. I can simply pass. They will have another prismatic strands, so I'm gonna have to make sure that they pop it. They could attack and swing for 7 already, but with the Murmuring Mystic, I think I'm going to then be in a really good position again because I'll be able to create some blockers in the air. But it is still not like, it is still scary what Caw Gates can do at this stage of the game. They have 10 cards in hand, or sorry, 8 now, but still they have a lot of cards in hand. Puts them in a really good position to find answers. But I have 3 Terrors and 1 Cryptic Serpent. It's also quite difficult to find that much answers. Sacred Cat, okay. I'm going to move to combat. We're going to swing 3 Terrors. I'm going to keep 1 Terrors as a blocker, just in case. Now, they're going to have to use the Prismatic Strands, otherwise you can just also sacrifice absolutely everything. Or now, do I Brainstorm and not play the Murmuring Mystic? Yeah, I think Brainstorming is better. I can get into a Spell Pierce, for example, so I'm going to put the Island and the Lórien Revealed like this, and then I'm going to Spell Pierce, pay 1, and now all their creatures are going to die. Except if they have another Prismatic Strands, but they don't have 1 right now, and they only have 1 blue mana. So yeah. That's done. That's out. And then I can pass the turn. Now they still have 2 Squadron Ock, I think, in their hands. So they can still play Squadron, and then Sacred Cat. But now they only have 3 blockers. If they do so. Don't know if they will be able to do much more than this. Let's see. They have 3 mana. They can play 1 more land, I think. But they have the mana for another Prismatic Strands, which is possible they have in their hand. Okay. We have this one. Let's go to sideboard. They do seem to play with quite a few graveyard So they only have one. I think maybe one Tormod script could be all right. They don't really play with much else. I think my board right now is already quite good. I could add some Dispel to, instead of the spell pierce, like against their prismatic strands, maybe even taking away the Tormod script and just having the Dispels would be enough. Or one Dispel, one Tormod script that we could exchange for one Ponder. And actually, let's just put one Tormod script against one Ponder, and then we're going to submit this one. Just having an extra one card to potentially break them from playing too many prismatic strands. I think it's not a bad idea. I like this hand. A lot of potential. We're going to play it. Land. Pass. End step, we are going to... I'm going to brainstorm. We can place what we want. Oh, a bunch of lands. That's okay. So we're going to place one Thought Scour, one Deep Analysis. Wait. And I'm going to first put a little upkeep. I'm going to put it on upkeep. So yeah, Thought Scour. We're going to put then the Deep Analysis as well. On upkeep, we're going to Thought Scour. Perfect. And then we're going to play an island. And there's not much else I can do. I think I'm going to play the Lórien Revealed to get another land, just because we can get the spell into our graveyard. And then we can start playing the terrors for... play the terror for some pressure. Squadron Arc. Revealing probably 3 more. Yeah. And then Sea Gate. Okay. End step, we are going to end the cycle for 1. Now we have all the islands we need. And we have all the spells we need as well. So, for 1, we are going to put 1 terror. Oh, it costs 1 more. Okay, so here I think just to be able to play as much as we want. It's not the best, but here we're gonna snap the Sacred Cat, untap 2 lands, and then just tap out for 1 terror, 2 terror, 3 terror. Turn 3 with 3 terrors is a really good position. They attack for 1. No blocks. Interesting. Basilic's Gate. Journey to nowhere. So they're going to journey 1 of them. Fair enough. And I'll be able to attack for 10 right now. So I'm going to play an island. We're going to move to combat. We're going to attack for 10. Second main, we are going to Deep Analysis, losing 3. And then we're going to pass the turn. If they want to buff 1 Squadron Arc with the gate, I will be able to snap it. It's good. We'll slow them down again. They attack for 1. I will take the 1. They will Lórien Revealed, okay. Protection from monocolored. Okay, now, do I consider and then Thought Scour to maybe potentially get... We're going to consider first. Spell Pierce. This is not what I want, but this is also not bad. But can I get anything against that? I don't think I can, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it on top. We're going to pass. We're going to move to end step. They're going to be able to block 1. That's okay. We're going to then Thought Scour ourselves. Perfect. Then play a land, move to combat, swing for 5 in the end because they're protect 1. Perfect. Then play a big dumb snake and then pass with a snap and a spell pierce. But what a good card, yeah. Guardian of the Guild pack against my deck. Really good. Now, I haven't seen one single Delver of Secrets so far. That would be quite nice at some point against this deck, but as I can get some threat in the air as well, but can ask for everything, yeah. Yeah, Modern Age, that's okay. The Dispel Pierce right now is really good against the their fog effect, because they kept at 3 lands, so either they drew 1 right now or they will stick to this amount. Relic of Progenitus. Yeah. Will not hinder me at all right now. I don't have anything worth. Already played 4 of my snakes, so it's not like I need that much. I don't need to stick in my graveyard right now. And they crack it. They only have 1 land. That tells me that they do not have the... okay, they have a Secret Cat. That's okay. But it did not have the fog. Now we're gonna move to our turn. Counterspell, amazing. So we have 6 mana. First move to combat. Swing everything. They go to 1. I am going to Deep Analysis. So we have the snap. Nice ponder. Okay. We're going to pass to that. We're just going to pass. Now, if they buff the Sacred Cat and then attack with it, I'm going to snap it. If they want to gain some life. Because right now what they could do is they could buff it for 5. So that would be a 6/6. They would gain 6 life, go to 7. Yeah, I'm going to bounce it. I mean, they could counter it for sure. I think that's what they're going to do. Pyroblast. Red Elemental Blast. Okay. Yeah, so then it happens. Sure. They attack for 6. Go to 7. And then they can play a Squadron Arc. And then in the end. Yeah, exactly. So this happens. Now, I just need 1 more snap, for example. Then I only have 1 in my deck. First, Ponder. Any order. Please shuffle. And draw. Difficult here. What am I doing? I think I might just be drawing cards. And then, do I attack now? So if I attack with everything, they will have to block with one of the Squadron Arc. And they will take 5. They will go back down to 2. But next turn, they will be able to attack me for another 6. And then gain life. Except if I play the Delver of Secrets. And then they will not bring me down to 2, but they will still gain 6 life. They're going to be able to play more Squadron Arc. And right now, if they play they buff their Sacred Cat, I can block it with the Cryptic Serpent, so it dies. They will be able to to cast it again, but at least maybe even with a Counterspell. Difficult position here. Actually, they can kill me even, because they could just attack with buff 6, 5, 7, 8 in the air. Yeah, so I have to attack. Oh, and I just pass. Okay, no. I suck. I'm going to concede this one. Big inside boarding. That was... what a move I just did. Tormod Scour can go. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. 1 more Dispel. And then all of this time waiting just for that. Nah, it happens. That's a mulligan. Yeah, okay, we can keep this one. mean, what I can do is just put an island. If I want, I could just brainstorm. If there's too much crap, I can put then Lórien. I can shuffle it with Lórien Revealed, so it's perfectly fine. Oh, I'm not proud of those mistakes. Every time it happens, once a league. Till the next step. We're gonna brainstorm. What the actual fuck? But we're gonna put 2 island back on the top. I'm going to Lórien Reveal with the island cycling, reveal an island, draw another one. You serious now? I even shuffle the library and everything. Nah, it happens. I think I would have maybe have a shot if I wouldn't have made mistakes in last game. But now I need to move on and just island again. Come on, don't do this to me. Deck, I only play with 16 of them. So far, I've drew with Spell Pierce, with Brainstorm. I drew 3 lands. I put them 2 on top. I cycled the deck, and I still drew in total 2 more lands. I feel like this is quite improbable. Not impossible, but improbable. Another. Yeah, move to my turn. Another snap. We're gonna pass. Relic of Progenitus. It would be problematic if I had anything to play with it. Another cat. I will take 1. Another island. Ugh. What the heck? What is this? I drew 1 snap. The rest were lands. Were turn 5. Yep. I think that's GG. If I draw another lens, or I don't even know what I can do here. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Consider. Okay, let's try to consider. For 1. Another land. What the heck? Then card draw. Let's draw cards. We're gonna Spell Pierce, the Red Elemental Blast. It happens. Those kind of games. Just drawing into absolutely pure nothing. And now they have protection from monocolored. They only need a Basilisk Gate, and I give up. It's not much more I can do against this now. Really in a shitty position. Let's see what I draw. Terror. Yeah, no, that's enough. I'm gonna concede. So match 4. Let's go against Bed Lion. This end is gonna be a keep. I like the Brainstorm Thought Scour action, so we can just end step 2 Brainstorm. So I'm gonna first put an island. We're gonna pass the turn, and then at their turn, at their end step, adding a stop on my upkeep, we can simply Brainstorm, put like considering Thought Scour on top, and then Thought Scour that. Or a Deep Analysis instead, actually. Makes way more sense. So we're going to Brainstorm. We're going to put 1 Deep Analysis and 1 Consider. We are going to Thought Scour the Consider and the Deep Analysis. Then we're going to play the Island, and we are going to play for 1 the Delver of Secrets. And now I'm going to keep the upkeep so that I can Brainstorm, put something, make sense, and then we can either Thought Scour or the Consider or Ponder if you want to. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Are they going to Lightning Bolt the Delver? Okay, so they do. Then they play Plains. And the Glinthawk. Ah, crap. Now they have already this. I'm gonna have to counter one of them, otherwise they're gonna continue doing this. Galvanic Blast, they can play it. That's good. No, I don't. Yeah, I'll do it. Upkeep, why not? Then we can put one we can put one Thought Scour and one Spell Pierce. We're going to put the Spell Pierce first and then the Thought Scour. We're then going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to consider, put the Thought Scour into the graveyard, draw the Spell Pierce. We're going to play an island, and then we're going to play a terror. Now, having another terror is amazing in my hand. Then we can play the terror, then Counterspell. Keep for the Counterspell. They attack for 2. I will declare no blocks. I cannot block this. And then they will pass. Okay. We are going to take rid of this. We're going to draw. We're going to move to combat. Swing. For 5. They will block. I'm going to then Island Cycle. Get one more land. We're going to play the land. And then we're going to play one terror. And then we're going to pass, keeping the Counterspell or 2 Spell Pierce up. Anything that will put them into card advantage, I think I'm going to have to counter it. Journey to Nowhere. I will... We're going to Spell Pierce the Journey to Nowhere. Now, they have to pay 2, but then they have to pay 2 for the Tolarian Terror, which they probably forgot. So they're going to have to exile. So it's going to get countered and then move to our turn. Now we're going to be able to attack for a decent 10. Put them on their 1-2 turn clock. Now I'm going to ponder. We're going to put the first Thought Scour, then the island, then the Counterspell. I will draw the Counterspell. We're not going to shuffle the library, and we're going to pass a turn. Obviously, they can draw life. They can get some life with Lambas. They can get another blocker with the Synthetizer. So that's still, they're not going to die next turn. But they're only at 3 cards. Island. Move to combat. Terror, terror. 1 Delver. And I'm going to pass, keeping 2 Counterspell open. I could have drawn cards, but I think better here to keep some Counterspells. Now I know that the Delver of Secrets will transform Foundry Elix, targeting it. So we'll first let this resolve. Then we're going to let the ward resolve. They're going to have to pay 2. And then we're going to Spell Pierce. Then move to our turn. To their turn, sorry. Now I still have 1 Counterspell up. They only have 3 cards. It's our game. Let's move to game 2. And we'll put 4 Blue Blast. And like I'm going to put some 5 in total. I am going to get rid of the 1 Ponder. We're going to get rid of think one Delver. The snaps are absolutely not good in this matchup. So actually they're going to put back the Delver. We're going to take away the snaps. And then we're going to submit. Match 2. That's a crazy good hand. In a sense that we're having the Lórien Revealed and the Considers and so on. We're sure to keep. To have the second island, whatever happens. And then just put a lot of spells into our graveyard and play the Serpent that we will draw. I believe in it. Gonna be easy to then play them. See, we drew the Terror. I knew it. So island, and then we're gonna yield through this turn, and then at the end, and then they're gonna yield until the end step. Thraben Inspector. End step. I will start with Consider. Let's put it on top. Now we drew the land. Okay, so one land, and we can just yield through this turn. In the end step, I can then Thought Scour, Lórien Revealed, or Lórien Revealed. We're gonna counter the synth, and then we can just Lórien Reveal first. Or even Thought Scour. I think Thought Scour is preferable here. I just need to put stuff on my graveyard. I don't really care what at this point right now. Yeah, we're gonna let this one happen. That's good. I'm happy that one is gone. It would have been more problematic with the both of them, and then they're gonna lightning bolt to my face, I think. Yeah. It happens. I'm going to Thought Scour. Delver and Thought Scour. Perfect. We have more Serpent. Okay. We drew a land. It's going to be an island. Then I could technically 1, 2, 3, 4. I could consider Terror. Or Lórien Revealed. Consider. Let's consider first. Put on top. I'm going to draw this one. And then we are going to then play another Consider. You know what? I'm going to draw it. 2 lands. I don't have to then cycle the Lórien Revealed anymore. I can then draw cards with it. And I'm going to play the Tolarian Terror. Okay, so they do have Galvanic Blast. I'm not going to block. They would simply then kill the Tolarian Terror. I'd rather just take one. Glintalk, bringing back the Synthetizer. Oh, Makeshift Munition is not a card that I would like to see. But against the Terror, it cannot do much anyway. But it's still something that is quite good. Yeah. Counterspell is amazing. I'm going to play an island. We are going to move to combat. We're going to attack for 5. They are tapped out. We are going to put to play the Serpent, and we're going to pass the turn. I'm going to Counterspell. I don't mind. I don't like their... It's the card advantage with this deck that for me that I feel is the craziest and the most problematic part. So getting rid of it is a good idea, I think. Now I will take 2. 2, 13. They have a Galvanic Blast, and then they're going to use a Makeshift Munition, discarding one of the land, I think. Sacrificing the clue, okay. Island. First Ponder into any order. I think I would like to shuffle and draw Counterspell much better. Then we're going to move to combat and swing for 5. Then we're going to pass. Now, whatever they play, I'm going to counter anything that will create some advantage. Ooh, they play with Bojuka Bog. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. Interesting sideboard card. No blocks. Go to 11. Move to my turn. Yeah, I'm going to first Brainstorm. 2 islands, okay. I'm gonna put those 2 islands on the... Oh, I could have drew one. That's okay. Move to combat. Since I don't want more islands anywhere right now, I think I'm gonna just cycle an island, a Lórien Revealed at the end of the turn if I don't have to counterspell 2 things. But if they don't block, they go down to 5. So they do go down to 5, and then I'm gonna pass. I'm still in a bit of a danger because they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things they can sacrifice to the munition, and now they can attack for 3, meaning that I would be at 8. And then if they have a bolt, but I mean I have the counter spells, but you know I'm 2 turns away from potentially dying here. So I need to make sure that it happens for them first. They attack for 2. That's okay. Yep, it happens. End step, I will island cycle the Lórien Revealed to get rid of the 2 lands on top. And we're going to draw another counterspell. That's actually good. And we're going to move to combat, swing for 5. Now I'm at 9. Now I'm going to be at 8 because they're going to activate makeshift munitions to deal 1 damage to me. So that means I'm at 8. Down to 6. And if they play 1 more land, 1 more artifact, I'm actually dead. So let's hope they don't do that. They don't draw into any of their artifact lands. Dawbringer Cleric. Nope. Not gonna let this one happen. Oh, and it's a Boros Garrison. Nice. So that means they will have to block with the Glinthawk. It means I'm alive for 1 more turn. At least. This is quite the close game here. Thought Scour. Move to combat. I'm gonna attack with the Tolarian Terror. They will have to block. They will sacrifice it and to the makeshift munitions to deal 1 more damage. Then it will be at 7. I will be at 7, and then they can deal another 1, 2 damage. But having 2 counterspell in my hand is really beneficial. This is what is making the difference right now. So yeah, they do that. They sacrifice the Glinthawk. Now, except if they have something crazy amazing, sounds to me like it will be the game. Galvanic Blast. So if I let it happen, it's 4 damage. I'm down to 3, and then they can do... I have to counter this one. Otherwise, they could, with another artifact land, they could just kill me. And I wouldn't have been able to do anything against it because it's through the activation of makeshift munitions, and I can't answer with anything. I don't have any ability counter. Glinthawk. Now, I have to let this one go. Because, again, same issue. If they bounce it... If they just have the Galvanic Blast and then another artifact land, I'm dead. Now they have 3. They can deal 3 damage with the help of the Glinthawk and sacrificing the Glinthawk. But let's see what they do now. Okay. I'm going to Thought Scour. Putting more things in my graveyard. 1 Delver. We'll say draw. We will play 1 Cryptic Serpent and 1 Delver of Secrets. And swing with the Tolarian Terror. Still a counterspell in my hand. They will have to block. Dealing 1 more damage to my face. Then we're going to pass. Still 1 counterspell. in my hand. Now they have the 3 lands to deal damage to me, but they simply pass, which tell me they have maybe Bolt in their hand, which I can counter. Hopefully they don't have 2 bolts. Galvanic Blast into my face. Counterspell. Then we're going to reveal something if they allow it. It's a win. Hello there. While editing the video, I realized that the game 5, match 5, was not recorded correctly. So what I'll do instead is I'll do a simple commentary on the replay. Thank you and enjoy. I won the die roll and I go first. I allocate this hand and I play a basic island and then pass. The opponent plays a swamp and then passes. And then I play an island and I pass my turn, keeping the counterspell and the consider open. Then the opponent simply plays a swamp and passes, then I consider. And cycle the Lórien Revealed for an island. During my turn, I play a Delver of Secrets and I pass. They will play another swamp. They play a Chittering Rats, which is good for me. I can simply put a spell on top of my library, so I can, when I reveal with the Delver of Secrets, I can transform it. I then attack for 3, and I pass. They then go to attack for 2, and then they try to play another Chittering Rats, which I counter. At my turn, I play an island, and I go for attack for 3. Then I play a Thought Scour to then play a Tolarian Terror for 1, then passing. They cast down, targeting the Terror, which I let them resolve, but I snap before resolve the actual spell. They attack for 2, and they pass. I go to combat, attack for 3, play the Terror again, and pass. They play the Dust Legion Zealot, and then pass. I play a Lórien Revealed for 5, drawing 3 cards. They cast Defy on the Delver of Secrets, which resolves. I then go to combat, swing for 5. They block with a Dust Legion Zealot, and then I pass. They play a swamp, and then play Thorn of the Black Rose for 4, getting the Monarch. And then they pass. On my turn, I play an island. I snap the Black Rose and snap the Chittering Rats so that I can get the Monarch. And then attack for 5, gaining the Monarch, passing my turn, drawing a card. They play a land, then tap for 4 again, Thorn of Black Rose, but I counter its spell, which then Spell Pierce, their Trainer's Edict, which wins me the game. We move to game 2. Game 2, I decide to keep this hand. They play a swamp, they play Nil Spellbomb, and they pass. On my turn, I play a swamp, an island, and I pass. On their turn, they play a swamp, and passes. At the end step, I Brainstorm, put a Deep Analysis and Thought Scour on the library, and then draw the Thought Scour and pass it. They play a swamp, tap for 3, and they play a Phyrexian Rager, which I counterspell. At my turn, I play a Thought Scour, I play a land, and then I play a Tolarian Terror for 2, passing my turn. For 2, they play Trainer's Edict, so I sacrifice the Tolarian Terror, and then they crack the Spell Bomb to exile my graveyard. On my turn, I play a land, I ponder, and then draw a Tolarian Terror, passing. On their turn, they play Chittering Rats, which I counterspell, and then end step, I Thought Scour myself. On my turn, I play a Delver of Secrets, passing. They cast Defile on my Delver of Secrets, and then cast Phyrexian Rager. On my turn, I cycle Lórien Revealed, gaining an island, then casting Cryptic Serpent, passing, keeping Spell Pierce open. The opponent casts Seeker Squire, revealing Thorn of Black Rose and putting it to the graveyard. They then cast Cast Down, which I counterspell with Spell Pierce. And then swing for Serpent at my turn. And then casting Tolarian Terror, then Cryptic Serpent. They killed with Cast Down the Cryptic Serpent and then cast Seeker Squire. They then pass to my turn. I cast for 5 Lórien Revealed, drawing 3, playing a land, attacking with the Cryptic Serpent and the Tolarian Terror, which they triple block the Cryptic Serpent and I kill the 2 Seeker Squire. They play a 6 land, attack with Phyrexian Rager for 2, and then they cast Geth Verdict, sacrificing the Tolarian Terror. On my turn, I play a Murmuring Mystic, and I pass. The opponent casts a Defile on my Murmuring Mystic, which I counterspell, creating a bird. And I pass. On my turn, I play Deep Analysis, making a bird, drawing 2 cards. I then go to combat, swinging for 1 in the air with a bird, and then play Ponder, and passing the turn. The opponent plays a land and pass. On the end step, I consider putting Thought Scour into the graveyard, and then move to combat with 4 flyers, then cast a Tolarian Terror, cast it over Secrets, passing. The opponent casts a Dusk Legion Zealot and concedes. So, in the end, 4-1, great result. I'm really happy about it. The only problem we had was against Caw Gates, which was the first time that I played against it. And to be honest, I don't know what could have... I mean, I did a big mistake at some point, but even so without this mistake, it was quite the close match. And I think I could have potentially won as well. So the deck in this form, I feel is quite strong. I really like it. I still really love Murmuring Mystic in this deck. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content yet again, please leave a like, subscribe. This helps out a ton for me. And otherwise, we're going to see you in the next video.